Body shame in the bedroom. One thing that hampers us from growing into our full sexual potential is that we are conditioned in this culture, actually it's a worldwide culture now, to feel shame about our bodies. And this came, a lot of us, from childhood, because we grew up in a Judeo-Christian oriented world in which the body was considered shameful. So we have to get over this conditioning from childhood. And then we also have to protect ourselves from the relentless images and messaging from social media that there's something wrong with our bodies, that we should look like that we're no good unless we look like that. And it's up to each of us to protect ourselves and to make choices around what is going to be good for us. Because what happens is you walk into the bedroom to meet your lover, whether you are a first time or have been together for years. And if you're carrying that body shame, you're not going to be able to really relax and focus on pleasure and the relationship and connecting and communing and expanded states of consciousness. So one of the first stages is to heal our body shame. How do we do this? There's quite a few techniques. I know when I was been in many tantra workshops, we are naked, and we're naked with other people, and people think that's going to make everyone go crazy for each other. And actually what it does is it builds your sense of compassion for other human beings, because you see that we're not perfect. And even people who seem perfect physically often don't feel good about their bodies either. I had some fashion models come into my private practice at times when I was specializing with eating disorders, and they would say, "Oh, my body's so hideous." I go, where? And they'd say, "Oh, this little tiny, 1/4 inch roll around my waist, and my nose isn't perfect," and all these kinds of things. So we are taught to see ourselves and other people's bodies as not perfect. And this shows up in the bedroom. So we can heal it by being naked just around our house. We can heal it by being naked with other people. We can go to nude beaches. I'm not sure what kind of opportunities are available if you're not studying Tantra, but I'm sure you could figure it out. Another way is to really take charge of what kind of media you consume. I know back in the day I used to read a lot of fashion magazines, and I finally figured out that was making me crazy, and I had to put myself on a diet of not reading fashion magazines because they were continually making me unhappy with myself and my life. I started on social media following healthy people who have healthy relationships to their body, to aging, and not following people who are, I just had to delete someone this morning because I realized that his physical perfection was making me feel bad about myself. I thought it would be a motivator, but it was actually driving me to discount my own body. So we have to constantly be on alert like this. It's like, just because you have it, you still have to continue, that this is relentless to make us feel bad about ourselves. You probably know that Facebook was called up on having Instagram in particular having a very negative influence on young women's self-esteem and causing depression and eating disorders. And they were just like, oh well. So that's going on with our young people, and we can start by healing ourselves.